Our next speaker is an innovation consultant at Bridgepoint Effect who helps her clients build teams of innovation champions. She speaks internationally on applied creativity and was recently named chair of the Conference Board of Canada's Council on Commercialization and Innovation. And she's developed expertise on building innovation cultures within government. A fun fact about her, she has a particular affinity for using Ziploc bags while traveling. Please welcome Janice Francisco.
I'm wondering, have you heard this? Because I'm certainly hearing it a lot more lately. We're living in a VUCA world. This is a world characterized by volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. A world where we need to be comfortable with change, where we need the resilience to pivot and thrive, no matter what comes our way. This is a world characterized by competition, the need to create value, and a thirst for productivity gains to ensure our economic survival. This is a world where we need innovation all the more. Why then do organizations have such difficulty with innovation? I think it's because of how we're learning to be innovative. Think back to the last time you had to learn something new. My bet is you picked up a book, you searched Google, you watched YouTube, or you took a course. I've observed that much the same happens in organizations when they want people to learn how to be innovative. Now, books, Google, YouTube, and courses are all great strategies for helping you learn about something, but they're not great for giving you the skills to help you master something. As a case in point, I'd like to introduce you to my friend, Jocelyn. He's an award-winning cordon bleu pastry chef. I can assure you, he didn't learn how to do this by YouTubing it. Yes, he had to take a lot of courses, but that's only part of the picture. On his journey to mastery, he had a lot of problems to solve, and he had to practice a lot by himself and with others on a bakery team. So it's long puzzled me how organizations who wish to be more innovative think they can do it simply by sending people on a course. And it left me wondering, what if I could innovate a way to help people learn to be innovative? To find the answer, I spent 10 years researching how to help organizations improve innovation outcomes. And here's what I learned. Creativity fuels innovation. Therefore, if an organization wants to be more innovative, they must invest in the creativity of their people first. And that takes time. Investing in the creativity of their people requires organizations to rethink how they approach innovation and how they expect their people to learn about it. They need to think beyond the classroom and instead consider a Learnscape that weaves together training, practical experience, and the realities of the context within which they work. This Learnscape is an ecosystem that connects individuals to their own creativity, gives teams an experience of what it means to use their creativity to work better together, and has a multiplier effect across the organization. So what's the difference between a course and a Learnscape? Think of it like focusing on one flower or seeing how it actually connects to an entire garden. Just like it takes time to grow a garden, a Learnscape for innovation happens over time. It is a planned and deliberate effort at using creativity skills to get innovation done. Let's first take a look at what it means when we want to connect individuals to their own creativity. Jung identified creativity as one of 5 basic human drives. The need to express our creativity is primal. The challenge is that most of us when we're asked, don't think that we are creative. We think of creativity as something that artists do. What they don't realize is that creativity is about the attitudes we have, the beliefs we hold, and the ways we think. In fact, all people are creative. Creativity can be enhanced, it is teachable, and it improves with practice. For me, creativity is about transcending paradigms and beliefs. It's a soul-level yearning to fulfill a purpose, uniquely contribute, and leave a mark. It's worth the investment. Now, once you've connected to your own creativity, you can start to learn how to use that with others. This is important because innovation is a team sport. And like any sport, the best teams learn to meet their goals by learning well to work better together. Can I just say that again? The good thing about innovation is it's a team sport. And like any sport, the best teams meet their goals when they learn how to work well together. To give them this experience, what I introduce into the Learnscape is a process for innovation called creative problem solving, or CPS. Backed by over 60 years of research, CPS is proven to enhance a team's creative behaviors because it introduces a common language, rules for use, and guidelines for creative thinking. Now, while it is possible to put people into a classroom and run them through the mechanics of how to use creative problem solving, the piece you can't teach in a classroom is the emotional intelligence required to interact with that process. That's because when you're innovating, you're dealing with volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. And you're assessing risks and taking them and figuring out how to take them. It's the kind of stuff that makes us all feel uncomfortable. This is the place where communication skills and relationship building skills on the team become all the more important. Because without those skills, it's difficult to manage ourselves and others through this discomfort. And it's something that's difficult to learn to do well unless we learn how to do it together. No one wants to be on a dysfunctional team. They're not productive and they can't drive value. When you master creative problem solving and how to use it in the workplace, you move a team from being dysfunctional or maybe outright dysfunctional to a place where they become innovation champions. They're able to bring productivity gains in the organization and help move their innovation efforts across the organization in new ways. That's because when you're using creative problem solving, you can actually learn how to use it alongside any business process. Which brings me to the third part of the Learnscape for innovation, the multiplier effect. Teams need time to learn how to use their creativity within the organization. Just like my friend Jocelyn, they need practice and lots of it. Let's be clear, innovation is not all rainbows and unicorns. At some point, you're going to bump up against the realities and constraints of your organization. You might even fail. The point here is for the team to learn how to use their creativity to implement their ideas, reframe resistance, and keep moving forward no matter what comes their way. And as they learn how to do this, they can start to make connections to how these skills can be used in other parts of the organization. In effect, CPS becomes a standard operating procedure for better thinking. Whether you're an individual, a leader, or a consultant working in the private sector, nonprofit, or a government organization. You're being asked to deal with change and solve problems the likes of which we've never seen before. If you want to be more innovative, you need to invest the time to be creative at work. Think outside the classroom and plug into an innovation Learnscape. If you do, the rewards will be sweet. You know why? Because after investing in this Learnscape, you get real impact. Individuals tell me, you can throw any change at me, and I know I can handle it. Teams move from dysfunction to bringing noticeable gains in productivity, engagement, and innovation to the table. And when creative teams get together, the multiplier effect across the organization means that their innovation efforts are accruing benefits in other places. And just like my friend Jocelyn found, that's one sweet return on investment.